Prophecy, Daniel 9:26c, fulfillment, Matthew 27 verses 50 to 51. Killed before the destruction of the temple. The prophecy in Daniel 9:26c and its fulfillment in Matthew 27 verses 50 to 51 showcase the profound connection between the Messiah's death and the significant events surrounding the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem. These verses provide insight into the timing and purpose of Jesus' crucifixion, emphasizing the spiritual implications of his sacrifice. Daniel 9:26c. The end will come like a flood, war will continue until the end, and desolations have been decreed. This portion of the prophecy speaks to the turbulent times leading to significant events, including the destruction of the temple. It sets the context for understanding the broader spiritual implications of these events. Matthew 27 verses 50 to 51. And when Jesus had cried out again in a loud voice, he gave up his spirit. At that moment the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. The earth shook, the rocks split. The fulfillment in Matthew 27 verses 50 to 51 is significant in several ways. First, it records the moment of Jesus' death, marked by the rending of the temple curtain from top to bottom. This event symbolized the opening of direct access to God through Christ's sacrifice. Second, the earth shaking and rocks splitting emphasize the cosmic significance of Jesus' death. Practical application. Access to God through Christ. The fulfillment of this prophecy highlights that Jesus' sacrificial death opened the way for all believers to have direct access to God's presence. We can approach Him with confidence and assurance. Spiritual transformation. Reflect on the significance of the temple curtain tearing. It signifies a new era of spiritual connection and transformation made possible by Christ's sacrifice. Recognize Christ's sovereignty. The earth shaking and rocks splitting emphasize Christ's authority over creation. As believers, we acknowledge His lordship over all things. Appreciate the temporal and eternal. The destruction of the physical temple and Jesus' death remind us of the distinction between temporary structures and the eternal significance of spiritual matters. Conclusion. The alignment between the prophecy in Daniel 9:26c and its fulfillment in Matthew 27 verses 50 to 51 underscores the profound spiritual implications of Jesus' death and the subsequent events surrounding the temple. His sacrifice opened the door to direct access to God and marked a shift from the temporal to the eternal. As believers, we are invited to embrace the transformative power of Christ's death and to appreciate the depth of His sacrifice for our salvation.